Welcome to Transfer Business and News. It's another Monday morning, 24th July 2023, in our year of grace, power, and abundance as Africans. Welcome to Transfer Business and News. Now, tomorrow is the 777 portal, the last portal opening for grace, power, and abundance. Most of you whose consciousness is some way, you may have missed it, because on my channel, on my page on TikTok, I put these things out there. I keep telling people and the youth of this generation that before we started learning mathematics and all these things, that doesn't help us as human beings. Our forefathers were studying astrology, astronomy. Now in the Bible, you remember they saw a star to remember or to know that Jesus was born. So why are we not studying these things? To know where keys and portals will open so that every human on earth can empower himself or herself. I hope it's good English though. I am a Ghanaian, so any English you get from me, Nama Fanisa, me ya Santiniba, me ya Nkreniba, ena me ya Ibeniba, Bibia nkakran, nini na mubi. Welcome to Transfer Business and News. And as somebody with Ghanaian origins, as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, I do everything to help every black man across the world. If I can put a like on your video, if I can share a video to change the destinies of somebody, why not? Like, come on. Like, as if you are conscious enough, you will realize that shining light on other people is a responsibility of every human, because you know you are unique yourself. You know there won't be anybody like you ever. There hasn't been anybody like you ever. So you strive in this life to make sure you live the best version of yourself. As I said, tomorrow is the last 777 portal. As somebody who has knowledge in numerology, astrology, astronomy, quantum mechanics, and now I read into ancient Kemet to know that our fathers had everything. We have always, everything you see in this world is from black people, because we have always been on earth. So now that I know who I am, that is why they destroyed the nose of the statues in Egypt. Think about it. Go figure. We've always been here. Medicine, everything you know, everything prior slavery. We know who we are as people. Now, we know the God-like in us. We know we are gods of this earth. We know we created this 3D version of reality everybody's living in. And we know that when we are in charge of the world will become a better place. Because consciousness, nobody's consciousness grows more than the African. And scientifically, it is a fact. The melanin makes us more spiritually higher, physically stronger, fertility rate. Science is telling you this. So we know who we are as black people. And a day at a time, Africa's unity is upon us. We are removing all the borders. It will be called by names. Why not? Why can't I walk from Accra to Togo without somebody stopping me as a black man? Why is it that black people are restricted from moving in our own continent? We didn't draw those lines. So today on Transfer Business and News, the 77 portal is opening tomorrow. What do you want to spend your time doing? You missed the two first 777 portals. 7th July 2023 was the first one. The masculine energies of the world. That was when you needed to connect to your forefathers. The first one, you missed it. And you missed the 16th second 77 portal, which was the feminine energy. You may have missed it, but now the last one is here. So in this month alone, in numerology, in astrology, in quantum mechanics, I know that tomorrow, pray to your forefathers, write your dreams down. Write it down. Now, there is power in writing. Prehistoric art shows me that black people were the first people to start writing, because writing itself is creation. When a human writes on a sheet of paper, it becomes a law. And when that human keeps reading the same thing over and over to himself, he co-creates with the universe in this 3D version. I hope I'm talking to enlightened beings. It's like Ghana for no, yet the religion, you live in the lowest chakras. But the then Crown Prince of Ghana, we will change the educational system in Ghana and Africa. We as Ghanaians have always been the kings and queens of this earth. So me, I know that after President Akufo-Addo, Ghana, we are changing our system. We are going back 800,000 years. And we are picking Pan-African system and run this system in our governance, where it will show the camaraderie between brothers, where divisions like religion and NDC, MPP won't matter anymore, because we know that with a median age of 19 years, the youth of Ghana is ready. All they need is the avenue. And as the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana, as a scientist, looking at the things we are writing in this system, I know Ghanaians are one of the most brightest people in the world. So when I see a Ghanaian, when I see my fellow brother, I give him respect. Nothing but respect. Because I don't know where he came from. Because if I say something, it happens, right? And I'm telling you, Africa's unity is already upon us. That is why the consciousness is getting to everybody. That is why the youth are now seeing that the religion that was imposed on their forefathers is the reason why we are here. Our actions now have made what we are now. Let us accept that. And let us know that we learn from the past. Make sure in the present we work so much for a better future. For a better future. So my dream of 2050 in Pan-Africanism across Africa, we are breaking all the borders. We are Africans. We are Pan-Africanists. A median age of 19 years. Building a continent in this modern era. Trust me. People why people don't want to give, they make us so low, they say aliens built the pyramids. Leave us alone. Let us implement our own systems. Come back after 2050 and see what a black man will do with his continent. And Bediako-Poku, I didn't come here for mediocrity. I didn't come on life to live a mediocre life. Because when I was suffering with asthma, when I was young, sometimes in the evening, my father had to put so much pillows, and I will be sitting like this and sleeping. And sometimes, before I close my eyes, something will tell me, look at this world for the last time, because this is the last time you will be on it. When I was suffering with asthma. But then I will tell myself, no, what I'm here to do, I haven't finished. So I will sleep and wake up tomorrow, because all my nose will be blocked, my chest. Anybody that has asthma knows what I'm talking about. But then where is the asthma now? I raised my vibrations above sickness. The reason why you are sick all the time is because you keep feeding your conscience with negativity. Where negativity is, sickness is there. Where negativity is, gossip is there. Where negativity is, all the low things and negative energies are there. When you are happy, you attract wealth. You attract peace in your life. So we as conscious people in 2023, today I'm telling the youth of Ghana, the youth of Africa about numerology and astrology. The fact that you don't know it works doesn't mean it doesn't work. I'm giving you an instance. The fact that a deaf person can't hear treble or tenor or bass doesn't mean there's nothing called sound. It is just outside his consciousness. The fact that a blind person don't know a color red, a color white, black, or all these things you are talking about doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So in quantum mechanics, in quantum physics, it tells us that everything is energy. When you break everything, things that you think is even solid, it's just a state, like water. Water never, it is either a gas or it will turn itself into, what is the name? A solid, which is block, and it will turn into liquid. When you put it in a bowl, it takes the shape. So water, that is why wherever there is water, there is life around this world. And we need to clean our waters. The human body is made up of 70% water. Why are we destroying our own rivers in search of gold so that we give it to the white man in exchange for papers and numbers on a computer screen to run a system called the economy, where black people have Pan-Africanism? Why? Where is the black race? Where are my fathers sending me emails and be like, Odin Crown Prince, what are we doing now as Africans? What is keeping us? It is information. So my channel, for instance, will get less following than a channel that is always on the bed. You see, we have allowed these systems, they control information that gets to our people. So when a black man wants to talk to his fellow people in truth, they will limit the reach and give precedence to negativity about somebody. But then you see the consciousness of the black man is so bad, because the first thing is, in his own school, he doesn't teach his language to his children. Now, let us do an exercise right now. Close your eyes and imagine God. Open your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine Satan. Open your eyes. Now, I bet you when I told you to imagine God, you imagine white. And I bet you right now that when I told you to imagine Satan, you imagine black. Do you know why? Because we have learned a language that makes our very own existence like sin. But science teaches that it is through the black that all the other races came about. So white people can go through a DNA test and realize there is Africa in their DNA. We know who we are. We created so many things. We've gone 800,000 years back to pick a knowledge from our forefathers. And Africa's unity, I don't want, as I said, we can go into the cosmos and change things there in the quantum field. So I don't want people trying to disrupt Africa's unity, because this time around, we know who we are. We don't need to throw weapons. No. We will change something, quantum, and everything else. Come on. As I said, we know who we are. So black people in 2023, stand up, arise. Because if Africa is not developed, we will never be respected anywhere else in the world. The Chinese used to be like this. But now when a Chinese goes somewhere, he is respected because he realized that he has the numbers. Let us go into industrialization. Let us start producing tools. Let us start large-scale farming. And look at where China is. Why are we teaching our children find eggs when we can teach them mining from age 10? When we can teach them robotics from age 10 onwards. Why? What education are we giving to our children? Who are making these systems and education? Why are we not educating our children with their gifts? Nobody. We are all here to co-create. There will be a child that will be the next Grammy winner. That child, you shouldn't tell him or her to be a nurse. You are wasting his or her time. So we are going to make our educational system. We teach us what you need to do is identify gifts of children. Together with the parents, draw a curriculum with the child's gift. So that our schooling system is not all this, like Odogono Senior High, where I went, will be Odogono School of Arts and Dance, because there have been so many entertainment people from that school. Accra Academy will be Asamoah Football Academy. Asamoah once went there. I will name it after my legend. I would rather name it after Asamoah than to name it after a white man. And we are in Africa. We have lakes called Victoria. Who made these laws in our own land? It is because we didn't respect ourselves. Marcus Garvey once said, a race that doesn't respect itself automatically forfeits the respect of other races. So we have made these systems. We have let other people tell us who we are. It is what it is. But one day, everything is changing, because the black consciousness is now getting to enlighten people. And we as leaders of the next generation, we are going to make dramatic changes in climate change, because I will ban polythene in Africa because it is destroying our waters. Let us go back to our paper bags. That is common sense. Anybody in the field of making plastics, which is polythenes, stop it, change the company. Because we need to make our waters clean. Because if our waters are clean, tourism alone will make us more money. If our waters are clean, we don't need to be praying to God so that somebody, for him to kill the witches in our family, when our husbands have been polluting our waters in search of gold, to get a gold and give it to the white man and take his papers or numbers on a computer screen. And you tell me that is not slavery? As a conscious being, as somebody who I know my work in this life, if you tell me to follow these systems, is this not slavery? So the Pan-African system is upon us. Please keep writing me the emails. Some of you guys, you have received your videos already. Write me emails. Tell me if you want to do something in Africa. Write me an email. If you're an inventor, write me an email. If you're an architect, start sending me designs. Because we are about to build Africa like it has never been built before. And as a scientist, this will be a carbon-free land. We will make sure the lithium we get from DR Congo will stay in Africa. Then we will make the electric cars. Africa, we will start with electric cars. Kantanka has already started. We would use Farge to support somebody like Kantanka. This is the reason why we came here. Not to fight among ourselves. Our forefathers made us multiply very fast so that we can bring Africa back to where it belongs. As the mother of all races, as the source of all spirituality, and as the land of milk and honey. My name is Obonkume Nkumananochi Bediako-Poku. It's been a pleasure having you. I've spoken a lot about spirituality, numerology, astrology, quantum mechanics, and we keep writing the patterns in the Pan-African system each day. We are just waiting. So if you are a software engineer who has done something, a software developer, somebody who have created something, and you don't get, I said, write me an email at ranwrinkle@gmail.com. If you want to invest in the ordained crown prince of Ghana's vision of a united Africa, please write me an email. I will receive any money you give me too as a gift. Thank you so much in advance. Anybody who will send me money, thank you so much. I get so many gifts and I give so many back, right? But as the then Crown Prince of Ghana, I do things and I'm like, why should I put camera on it, right? Because, come on, this is mine. I am here for a purpose. That is why there is nobody in Ghana who was ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. So when I look at my visions for Ghana, and I look at how I can work with my fathers, President John Dramani Mahama, we working in unison, not NDC MPP, but a common goal. We want you to be lords, not presidents. President John Dramani Mahama, under Pan-Africanism, you'll be the Lord of the 3 northern regions. We will put a title on your name. In your lifetime, make sure, look at what the Saudi Arabia, the king, his nephew or brother, what he did to Riyadh. It was desert, and he made it into this Riyadh now. So I'm throwing a challenge. We need to start building. Our resources need to stay in our continent for the benefit of our people. Why is it that people are dying because there are no beds in hospital? How can you tell me you give your timber out? A hospital can be built with wood, with log cabins, and it will be okay. So why do we even give timber out in exchange for papers? When money is nothing but paper. And you tell me these are not slavery? Come on. You see, we need to reform the United Organization, UN. We need to reform WHO. So many world organizations that the diversity is not in. We need to make sure, because some of the systems that have been imposed on Africa for a very long time, and yet people have said nothing. We have seen about this because we know the Pan-African system. The same system ancient Kemet used to develop Kemet, to build the first university. And that system, with a median age of 19 years, what we are about to do with Africa, people will clap their hands. In 2050, when we open Africa to the world, when you come to Africa, now I've noticed Manchester United, it's been a while since they came to Africa. They are afraid they will catch diseases. I'm like, really? You think you are going to catch diseases from Africa? Really? What have you been told? What have you seen on your screens? You see, they manipulate information that get to Africans. That is why my channel still has 500 subscribers on YouTube. Have you ever thought of it? I had a video that was doing well and they blocked it. And now they've restricted my reach to Ghanaians. Meanwhile, they will promote the negativity all the time because they know the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana's message is a message of change and for unity. And if the black man is united, there is no race on it that can catch us in knowledge. Come on. We have the melanin. We are from the source, and we can tap into the universe. So we are about to build Ghana. We are about to build Africa. It's been a pleasure having you. God be menu. Or your killer of. Or your Ghana new. When you na Black Stars come up. That you see ultra modern facility. Can you PSG? SCNB. You see the Black Stars. After you say Black Stars, you throw be on man now. Me say dear ya ma Ghana no we we have a median age, we have the youth on our side. It is say your youth know what you're inside that. All we need to do is work in unison, make systems. You better sure say obiadi obuo ebe mani nua. Look at what Japan again. I love Japan for their cleanliness, right? Anytime they go to competitions, They clean after. Those are the systems we need to implement in Africa, where Africans become more responsible for their actions. Because you see, the Japanese will always clean up their mess before they leave. And we need more people like that, and the world will become a better place. You see, but people are not rather pushing the Japanese concept and would rather want an old man to clean for children. How can you be an old man and know how old age is and sit somewhere in your castles and make systems that will make another old man be cleaning floor for a living? How cruel can you be? So don't go and stand in those churches and sing Hail Mary, because you didn't get whatever you have by singing Hail Mary. We know your history. We have studied your history and know that your history is nothing but death. Your history is nothing that the black man should even associate himself with. But you push it on us. Make us learn your language from our infancy. Ghana Education Service. In Pan-Africanism, we won't teach our children English anymore in our schools. There will be school of languages where we will teach French, English, Spanish, Chinese. Any Ghanaian who wants to learn any language can go there afterwards. But we won't teach our children from infancy to hate their own origin. Is that clear? C'est clair? As a former teacher, I know the deficiencies in our education system. And together with Ghanaians, we are going to change so many things in Ghana. The Pan-African system is here. So make a video saying, mention your name, whatever you want to say, and say, I am a Pan-Africanist. So let me start first. So my name is Obonkumen Kuman and I'm not Bediako-Poku. I am a Pan-Africanist. I am an African. I'm a black man. And we are here to enjoy what God gave us. What God gave us. We are here to co-create. If people on desert have done this to their land, we have more, and we can do way better. We can do way better by letting friendships that are toxic to us go. It is our time we let go of people who have decided to hurt black people. We will let their friendship go. We are moving forward as people. If they don't want to be civilized, that in this abundant universe, we are here to enjoy. We are letting those friendships go. So Chungo, our friendship with China, we need China have given us tools for a better Ghana, for a better Africa. So we need tunnel boring machines. China, please start developing a lot of tunnel boring machines for the ordained Crown Prince of Ghana. A tunnel boring machine that can separate rocks, sand, right? If there is gold in there, we will put it in the national reserves. We are about to tunnel through Africa to make sure we put trains, something like bullet trains underneath our lands. We are about to make Africa what it is supposed to be. The motherland. The motherland. And our tigers and lions, our lions, right? Our wildlife. Oh man, Africa is blessed. And I'm proud to be African. I am proud. I am proud to be a black man. And you should be. You are a God. Don't let them lie to you. You are a God. You manifest faster than any other race. If you want to think about something, you will manifest it sooner than any other race because you are here in the motherland. Don't let them lie to you. Never let them lie to you. Shatawale performed at UCC, filled the place up to the brim, right? Imagine Shatawale, if you give him 100,000 capacity stadium in Ghana, Obe Feleno, in Tiadentina UCC, or under Pan-Africanism, Muamube who changes a Beba Ghana because Yen Tonshi. Na se nyama ne ye ndia. Ah, na gasem ye ndia, ade ye toma ye ho. Ansa na ye de si we stadium. Well, adwena da. Pan-Africanism we no. Nyama e wo yen asase no. Eno na ye de be ye man yie. For the benefit of our own self. Ebro so a na ye de bi amobi. Na nya se yen no petrol ni bo den no. Na ye yetu yen crude oil ko. Ebra ye nya petrol every crude oil mu. Me my Ghana. The ma ye yen we hu. Ye nyina na ye yen ho sa. Nti consciously e was say sesa ya adwene. Me boa. It's been a pleasure having you, Charlie. My bro, I've been talking for a very long time. I'm leaving you with grace, power, and abundance. Tomorrow, last 777 portal. Connect to your forefathers. Connect to black people, great black people that are dead and gone. Call their names in your prayers. Call their names in your before you sleep. Tell them to bring you knowledge. Tell them to bring you what they knew in their existence. And before you realize you are a small boy, but the things you know is way older than the Caucasian race. That is how come I've gone back to tap 800,000 years back. You that we created you in 50,000 years ago. You are come to tell me how to worship God. You are come to tell me how to run my people. No, you can't be the rapist and the oppressor and be the judge at the same time and prosecute people for war crimes. How can you be the judge of people who prosecute people for war crimes? Come on. How come you get to be the judge? Wow. What you are doing, what you keep doing to Africa. Suppressing us. Come on. It's been a pleasure having you guys. Sometimes I come here wanting to talk about Manchester United and music, but then when I get here, the ordained crown prince of Ghana in me takes over the show and tells you what you want to hear. Because I am here to create. So I am always writing new softwares, new apps, putting them in the Pan-African system. Because we are making an app for our social media where bad information won't trend. So now people will be inclined to making projects and putting them on their social media feed. So we are writing an app. I'm doing so many things. That is why I'm always in the quantum field doing things. Learning, picking knowledge, coming, writing softwares, writing them down, all of these things. So write me an email if you want to invest in the ordained crown prince of Ghana's vision and you want to give me $500 billion. Of course, I will take it, and within 3 months, our waters will be clean. Oh, of course. Because I am going there. We will build around all the waters. We will build around all the waters to make sure people will not even get chances to defecate there. Our waters will give us tourism, more tourism. And we will put fishes in our rivers. We will breed them so that we can put boats on our rivers and go for fishing. On Sundays, instead of going to a place and cry all the time to God, we can do that with our families on Sundays. Be on the rivers. Because now we've bred so many fishes. Oh, imagine going, throwing your line, picking like 10 fishes, coming home. It's free. Coming home, cooking something with your family on a Sunday evening, on the beach, looking at the moon, connecting with nature. We need to bring our consciousness back to nature and enjoy this life. Right? Charlie, catch me on Wednesday, my bro. I've been talking for a very long time. Every 9 a.m., catch me in 10, right? Let us talk about ourselves and how to improve our lives as Ghanaians and as Africans. What we do with our time now will determine who we will be in 2050. So now we are changing the system. And the system that we are bringing is even older than white people. So the same system ancient Kemet were using, we are bringing it back and see how our lives are going to change for the better, because we will start respecting ourselves and we will start co-create with the universe. Because if look at what Dubai has done, look at what Qatar has done, people living on desert, with all due respect, we have more than what they have, so we can do more. We can do more as Africans, my brothers. We can do more. The NDC, MPP, the Muslim, Christian, those are what is dividing us. Let us put all aside. Put it in a box somewhere. And now let's co-create. What can we do with the youth around 19 years, median age of 19 years? Wow. We are rich. We are the richest in the world because of just human resource. Even human resource, we are the richest. So if we consciously know that we are building our continent, you don't know what Africa will be. I'm leaving you with grace, power, and abundance. Catch me on Wednesday. Chi, chi.